Hello everyone, welcome to your daily card reading for November 16th, 2014. And sorry, I am kind of running late again with this reading, but very busy before I go, but I am getting everything done. I do have a day scheduled to go to the Thai Buddhist Wat, and I'm going to go with a friend who can speak, my translator, so she can see if we can do the filming, because this is a problem. They don't speak English, so it's a little difficult to see about the filming. So we're going to go with her. And I hope that works out. We have a day planned, and I'm going to bring the chickens, and I guess even if it's raining, we'll see what we can do anyway. And then I am moving. I'm moving when I get back, so that's exciting, and different things going on, and I'm just wrapping up everything before I go to Australia. So anyway, it's just been busy and lots of things going on, but I'm trying to get everything done here and keep on track with the readings. So, and I will be doing the readings on the trip, just the dailies, and then and we will do a weekly reading when I get back with my house sitter. We'll see what's gone on, or I don't know how we'll do it, but we definitely got to get her in for a weekly, or the bi-weekly, whatever, the chicken phase, because she's really good, and she's been with the chickens, and so we'll just have her let us know about everything. So anyway, on to the reading. I'm going to do just a 3-card reading today, and then a tree magic card, and the 3 cards are just moving lines, like 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, moving this way, and then a tree magic. Okay, prosperity, the laborum tree, and it says, be vigilant and receptive. A golden treasure may have more potential than meets the eye. Viki. And dandelion. And sunzi. Okay. And then I'm going to pull overall message card. Okay. We have Seiji. Actually, the card right below it is Quinta, and these two were best friends for a long time, so I just feel like I need to put them both out together. So, okay, let's rearrange this here. Okay. Okay, so we have core values, things that are essential to us, that we focus on and we live for. And then we make a wish, and this is about really kind of standing our ground, being able to manage the problems around us. Interesting, since I've been doing kindergarten, I keep thinking about how I have to manage adults like kindergartners on a regular basis. And actually, adults are more difficult to handle than kindergartners. But they have the same behavioral problems, but they're well developed with the adults, and you have to really be very conscious and interactive with the adults to kind of retrain the adults and straight line them. I'm gonna name a chicken straighty-linea, which is straight lining it. Belfort, I forget his first name, but he has this, it's a sales thing, but he's a very spiritual person, and it's about how to, it's like the quickest way to go from one point to another to get someone to understand something. And there's this whole logic in it about being sharp, being an expert, showing them why they want it, why it benefits them, making them want it, but then also, being that expert and being very sharp and on top of it. And so I guess that's the strategy I've been using with my Sunzi technique lately. Really just seeing, okay, this is the psychological state of this person here, and I need to get this accomplished, and how do I do this? Okay, I need to sell them like this. And you can use it for very good purposes when someone is being really immature, irrational, like bad kindergarten kid, and they're 45, 50 years old, and you're dealing with this like little bratty kid that wants to be a certain way in an adult body, so it's like really just trying to work with the psychology, be beyond it, be the teacher, but also knowing what you're dealing with, knowing your situation, winning before you fight. That's what Sunzi's logic is, being the brilliant genius that can see and can know, and the opponent cannot see you. They do not know you. So they are irrational. They don't make any sense. They're all over the place. And then the one that is the one that can see and that knows, you just have to really be above and beyond all emotional content. It's not about feeling bad that this person's prejudiced, or feeling bad that this person is like this, or is determined to be this way. You just kind of step beyond that and move beyond that, and really just make sure everything goes okay. Be the adult with the the immature person in your presence, and that's a way that you can really win without fighting. It's just that you're kind of above it, and you see it, and you know it, and you work with it in a way that, just like with a kindergartner, you just redirect them and help them to go in the way that's best for them and best for everybody else, and brings harmony to the whole. So, okay. So again, looking at these moving lines here, we have the essential values, what is very, very important to us. What our life revolves around, what is so precious that has nothing to do with superficialities. It's like the depth, the eternal, the sacred. What is it that we protect? What is it that we live for? And then we make a wish. There's something about making a wish for these values. We have these values, these things that we live for, that we protect, that we revolve around, and then we make a wish. And then after this wish, we need to be able to navigate and be able to field things and know people's strategies, know the way they think, know the way they feel, really be able to tap into them. Use your brilliance, use your vision, use your knowledge, use your insight, and head things off that are wanting to happen. Head off the common behavioral patterns that we could read 100 books on. We don't need to keep dealing with this stuff. It's just see what's around, see what's going to try and stop it, see what's going to get in the way, and really and be aware of it and work with it, and stop everything before it happens, so that you have smooth sailing, and obstacles are opportunities for you to bring healing to the community, to the other people. Sorry, I see our candle went out. Anyway, so I did want to draw a healing card, or kind of an overall message card. And I drew Seiji first, and then Quinta was right there, and these two lived together and were best friends for the longest time. These two did everything together. And this is, she's really mental, and she has to do with living out the life purpose. But in that life purpose, we have these fears that surface. We have these things that kind of get in our way when something is so sacred. When we have these values, sometimes even though we make the wish and we have these values, our fears will stop us from being able to do this third step here, to be able to see and know and head things off and navigate. So Quinta would get kind of overwhelmed and frustrated with things, and she sometimes needed to step back and see the bigger picture, and she did. She eventually really transformed her personality and her life, and got over the stuff. But it was like she was just so micro-focused on things sometimes that she would get really upset about things that she just had a hard time seeing the bigger picture of, or she just had that tunnel vision sometimes. So this is really about being on top of the mountain and seeing the full view, the full picture, and really stepping back and looking at all the options, looking at the details, looking at the way you can go, and realizing that the fears and the overwhelm just has to do with being maybe too focused and not stepping back and taking a breather and really looking at what all the larger complexity of situations. And when you really look at the larger complexity and integrate it into your understanding of what's going on, then you can calm down, or then you can make sense of things a lot better. And then we have Seiji here, that really has to do with seeing things in all the different levels. So seeing the physical world in all the different dimensions and levels of being. So it's like not hearing what someone's saying. You hear what they say, but you hear how they say it. You hear the inflections in their voice. You hear the way they move. You watch the way they move. You're able to read the body language. You're able to read the voice. You're able to sense and know what a person's situation is, again, in all that complexity. So it's being able to really extract or know the details of what a person is experiencing in the moment as they're going through it, by looking at the larger picture of their behavior, or what is uncontrollable, what the subconscious is doing beyond the conscious mind. So you listen not just to the conscious mind, you listen to the subconscious and to the superconscious. You take it all in and understand all of it and get a larger picture. So both of these are larger picture things. And actually, now that I think about it, they are pretty similar. This is the fifth chakra, and this is the seventh chakra. And they are a system together, where this is the physical aspect to the mental. Oh, sorry, this is the mental aspect to the physical. So Seiji really has to do with looking at the physical reality and everything. And Quinta, the fifth chakra, really has to do with the higher mind and seeing and intellectualizing things, really like psychologically, mentally putting things together in a high mind sense, where you really kind of understand the things that are happening as your learning experience as something very important for everybody, and like with a sense of purpose and direction in life without getting worried about it. So the hard lessons of life, you understand the deep meaning and the importance of these. Whereas Seiji is more like, this more has to do with the physical world, and it has to do with just in the moment seeing things and reading things and knowing things. So it does seem like with these two cards here, we have this is like introspection, and this is like circumspectrum, I guess. You look at what you're looking at in the complexity, and you see yourself within the complexity here. And these two were best friends, and they did everything together. So we got this little team here that is a message coming in. And again, we have the moving lines here, where we have this important value, this important thing that we're trying to keep sacred, promote, expand, live our life for, and we're making a wish around it. We do have some work to do, and we just have to really dig deep within ourselves and within the external reality to understand all of this. But the overall card is prosperity, the Laborum tree, and it's 36, which is really moving in our relationships and having this harmony in the physical world. And it says, be vigilant and receptive. So we're like kind of, just inducting, really being aware of everything, and, conscious of everything in all the ways things are presenting. And there's something very important, this prosperity here, this golden treasure, that we might not see how important or how huge these values are, these treasures, these golden treasures, but they're surfacing and they're coming out. So it's almost like we will get this wish, we will get this wish of expanding our values and our importance here. And it says it's bigger than what we expect. So a lot of times I'll say, I really hope that it's more than what I imagine. I hope that it's better than I could even imagine. I hope that things are greater than my limits of imagination. And a lot of times when I travel or different things, it happens. I've had that experience a lot, where I'm so thankful because things were better than I could have ever imagined. I could have never imagined that things could have unfolded so beautifully and amazingly. So I want to say that that's what this thing is saying here. But there is this little piece of being on guard, really seeing everything. If we can see our own selves, inner workings, and then the external world really clearly, we have this warrior that prevails, this spiritual warrior, this person who wins always without fighting. They're just always, the top warrior. They're always winning. They always have that advantage. And again, this tree is the one that fell during the eclipses, and I feel like this has been an energy working for a little bit here, but it's being present again. And this soft yellow is just kind of like a healing with the ego. So we have this ego advancement, which is, ego is always a good thing for a good person. I mean, it's your computer. So the advancement of your computer, the upgrades of your computer system, of your mind. So anyway, I hope everyone got what they needed out of this today, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks a lot.